Okay, here's the shirt. Blessed to be called Mom and MooMoo. Hello lovelies, how are you today? And welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and I'm the sole proprietor of SAEH Body Butter. And I hope you enjoy the next video. Thank you. Hello lovelies, I'm about to bling out a t-shirt and I thought I'd take you along for the ride. I have a 3-part template which would turn into a 3-part transfer, and I'm also going to use 3 different rhinestone colors. I'm going to use crystal, jet black, and siam red. So instead of cutting up each piece for each color separately, what I'm going to do is tape it off. So I'm going to tape off this portion. Okay, and I want the top part to be in crystal. I tell you, this is one of my favorite things to do. Create rhinestone designs and brushing them in. I think this is so relaxing, this process, brushing them in. Okay, it looks like I got a lot of stones stuck up underneath that tape. Okay. Hopefully my head wasn't in the way. I have a tendency to get my head in the way because even though I wear glasses, sometimes I can't see as well. Anywho, all right, I got the first part done. So I'm going to be careful removing this tape. I don't want to pull it too rough and jerk the table, and the rhinestones that I got in place come running across the table. So let me brush these extras out of the way. And even though I taped it off, I see that some of these crystal rhinestones got underneath the tape. So I guess I didn't press it down as good as I should have up top. But no worries, it's not that many. So let me just pull them out of place. And we'll go to the next color. Whoop. I done flipped the stone over. Okay. It's back in place. So everything is good. So what I'm going to do is clean up my crystal stones so that my black stones won't get mixed up in it. And I'll bring you right back. Okay, I got that cleaned up. So I'm going to put the tape right here on this top part so they won't get into my heart. Let me press it down so hopefully no stones won't go underneath that tape. Okay, I think I got all of that pushed to the side. No mishaps. Alrighty, let me clean this up. Like I said, I have 3 different parts for this rhinestone design. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'm cleaning up the jet black rhinestones. Slide my design over. Because what you don't want to happen is your stones, different colors, to get mixed up. Okay, when I just have a few left, I go in and pick them up because sometimes it's hard to brush them on the paper. I need to get me one of those small handheld glitter vacuums and see if they'll vacuum up these rhinestones. What you think? Alrighty, gently pull off my tape. Alrighty, and then my third color is the red. And as you see, it really don't take that long to brush the stones in. Wow, look at that red. I don't know if you can see it from the screen, but that thing is sparkling. Okay, these are a lot of extra stones on the table, so let me pick these up and I'll bring you back when I pick this up with the transfer tape. Okay, I've cleaned up my mess and I got my transfer tape cut for each section, and And we're going to go down and pick it up. And one thing you have to be careful with your transfer tape, because when it's new, it has a lot of static to it. So when you go down, you have to commit, because sometimes that static will pull those stones out of the circles and mess up your design. So you can't hesitate. So I like to turn it into a U shape and line the transfer tape up, go down in the middle, and hope for the best. And gently rub your hand over it so that the stones can stick to the tape. And then slowly pull the tape up, because sometimes you have stubborn stones that don't want to join the party and come up. And you just place your tape back down, pressing that on that stone, it'll stick. So far, so good. And I hate when I have extra tape on the mat, because you have to pull it a little hard, and by doing so, that stone shifted. By doing so, you may mess up the stones. But anywho, that went off without a hitch. So I like to turn my design on the back side to examine the stones to make sure the stones have glue on it. Then I take my backing and put it over and rub it down so that it can stick. And then turn it over. Okay, that's transfer number 1. So I'm going to move that to the side and get the transfer tape for the other design. Okay, let's go down for the second part. Same process. Fold it in the middle and go down. Okay, again, I turn it on its back to inspect the stones to make sure that they all have glue on them. And then I put the backing back on. Okay, and that's that transfer. So here's our first 2 transfers, and this is all going on one shirt. I got one more piece to do. Move that out the way. Flip this on the back. Let me move these out the way. Okay. Let's see, where's that piece of tape I had? Let's see, I'm gonna have to cut this because I want the and to be black. Hopefully I ain't cut too much. Alrighty. Make sure I press down so no stones won't go underneath. Alrighty, and we're going to make this crystal. So I'm making this shirt. I'm going to a baby shower on Sunday. My firstborn, my son, is expecting his first child. So I'm going to be a grandmother for the first time. So I got to make me a shirt and represent. Okay. This brushed in really good. It's got that one. Get that extra one out the way. And my nickname is not going to be Grandma or Glamour. It's going to be MooMoo. So my shirt is going to say, blessed to be called Mom and MooMoo. Alrighty, let me get my crystal up. This is the part that I hate to clean up. Alrighty, I should be finished in a second. And I'm using SS10 hotfix rhinestones. That's basically all I ever use. Okay, I've got all those up. Oh, one more. Okay, now let me gently pull this tape off. And what's good about this duct tape, it adheres to this flock, but it doesn't stick to it so much that it will give you a problem when you have to pull it up. But it definitely sticks to this plastic. So I just need a few black stones. So by doing the template this way, it saves you time as opposed to having to cut out the different pieces. You just place a piece of tape over the part that you want a different color. Alrighty. See if I can pick that black one. Perfect. Without disturbing the silver. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alrighty. Now let me clean these up. Then I'll get my piece of transfer tape and pick that up, and then we can go and put it on the shirt. I was going to put it on a hoodie, but then I said I wouldn't be able to wear the hoodie year round. In the summertime, it'll be too hot. But you can wear a t-shirt year round. You just put on a jacket. So that's what I'm going to do. Put it on a t-shirt. Alrighty, make sure I got all my stones up. Put the tops on the jars in case I accidentally tilt it, knock it over. Okay. Now this is my template, and I'm going over to make sure that I have no extra stones and everything is covered up. Now I didn't do that on the last one, but I'm going to do it on this one. I'm going to put the light on it from my telephone. Then also you'll be able to see that sparkle. You see that sparkle of these stones? That is fire. That is fire. Alrighty, everything looks to be in place. Let me get my piece of transfer tape. Okay, I think this is yep. And perfect. All right. It's a little off, meaning my transfer tape is a little shorter than this. So I have to make sure I have space down here. So I have to make sure that I bring my transfer tape up top as opposed to down the bottom so that my design is covered. And I think that's about right. Perfect. I should have cut that piece right there because I know that's going to give me a problem. So I'm going to pull this. I'm going to go this way. Okay. Making sure that everything has glue on it. And put the backing back on. Flip it over. And there's that transfer. Alrighty, let me get the t-shirt, turn on my heat press, and we will get to pressing. Okay, I have heat pressed my t-shirt for 5 seconds. I lint rolled it, and I'm doing a dry setup with my transfers. So I'm going to be pressing in 3 parts. Well, I could press it this way and leave that space, but the way I have the design, this is closer to that. But looking at it right now, it doesn't look that bad with the spacing in between it. But I will have to press the heart last because I can't place it over top of the transfer tape, obviously. So I'm going to leave the bottom part there so that can be my guidance to place this. Making sure that, yeah, that needs to come over to the left a little. I'm going to make sure it's straight before I press it. Okay, that looks good to me. Press it down so it can stick to the shirt. Now the second transfer. That needs to go over to the right some. Okay, that looks good. I'm just examining it to make sure no stones were shifted. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to take it over to the heat press and I will bring you over. Okay, we are at the heat press. My temperature is set for 350 degrees and we're going to go down for about 8 seconds. And that's just to tack down these rhinestones, and then I'll come back and put the last piece on and go down for the full amount of time. And it's a hot peel. Okay. Let's see if that was enough heat to tack it down. So far, so good. Okay, I'm going to try to set up the other part while it's on the heat press, and that way I don't have to move it back to the table and yada yada. Okay. This heart is at a slant. Okay, I think that looks good. I don't have any overlapping stones. Now I'll go down for the full 15 seconds. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then I'll take off my transfer tape. And I will apply the Teflon sheet and go down again for another about 5 or 6 seconds just to make sure everything has set. Okay. Let me bring the shirt over to the table and I'll show it to you in its full totality. Okay, I just noticed that my stones right here, they stuck to the butcher paper. So I'm going to have to hand place the stones right here to finish out the design. I don't know how that paper flipped underneath the transfer sheet. But anywho, these things happen. So now I have to freehand it. And I'm basically just lining up the stones. Lining up the stones as best as I can. Let me see how many stones I need. 2, as not to bore you, after I finish individually placing these stones, I'll bring you back and show you how the design looks. Okay, what I did was, instead of trying to place them individually because my hand kept knocking them out of place, I just brushed that particular section back into the template. I just used the template and brushed the stones back into that portion, picked it up with the transfer tape, and voila, I have it back on the shirt and it's in place. Now let me find my Teflon sheet. Cover everything up. Go down for 15 seconds because we have fresh stones. Sometimes mishaps happen. Okay. Pull that off. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Everything is in place. I'm going to go down once again for about 5 seconds to make sure everything is set in stone, figuratively and literally. And then I'll bring you over to the table and show you the design. My shirt that I'm going to wear on Sunday. Okay, here's the shirt. Blessed to be called Mom and MooMoo.